welcome back to my channel. It's Rene Marcus. Thank you so very much for tuning in, and if you're new to my channel, please do me that favor and press that subscribe button. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. So today it's just a quick video, just me telling you a few tips about what you actually need to know before you make your first trip to the Gambia. So it's going to be a very quick and interesting video, and I hope you guys learn from it, because as you already know that I want to make sure all my brothers and sisters wanting to make a trip to Gambia know exactly what they're putting themselves in and what to expect once they're actually in the Gambia. So I'm looking down because I've got my phone here so that I won't miss out anything that I'm basically giving out. So the first one is exchange rate. So the exchange rate in the Gambia, is it the same as the country that you're actually coming from? So a lot of people intend to exchange their money before they actually land in the Gambia, thinking that, oh, they've got their money exchanged to the Gambian dalasi, so they don't even have to stress themselves once they're actually in the Gambia. Whilst others stress because maybe the money that they're actually expecting is not yet into their account for them to withdraw out to basically exchange it. So they are now confused, thinking, oh, if I go to the Gambia, would I be able to, withdraw my money out and also change it to a good rate? Because the rate is very important. So we always go for the rate. So I'm here to actually say to you that if you're that kind of a person that likes to do all your exchange before you actually go to the Gambia, don't do that. Don't do that. Cash up your money. Once you're in the Gambia, do the exchange there. Do not exchange your money when you're actually at the airport, at the Banjul airport, because the rate will still be poor. If the UK, they are actually doing it for $64 for each pound. If you're in the Gambia and you actually go to the Gambia and did the exchange there, you might be getting it for 65 or even 65.50 or even 66 dalasi. So it's actually something huge. So always make sure that if you're planning to go to the Gambia, don't worry about the exchange. Once you arrive in the Gambia, then you can do the exchange rate. I know everyone will be like, but where can we actually do it if we can't do it at the airport? Well, that's fine, because you can either do it at the Senegambia Strip. Bank is also there as well. But for me, I don't actually go to those places to exchange money unless it's at night, I run out of cash, and I basically only have pound notes and I wanted to spend some, let's say spend a little bit more money, then I would actually use one of the shops to exchange the pound into dalasi within that Senegambia Strip. But for me, the places that I actually exchange my money is at the black market. The black market, anyone you ask in the Gambia will tell you exactly where that is. It's in Serekunda Market, but there is a specific place called Black Market. So when you go there, you get to have things a little bit cheaper. You basically you kind of like have things your own way, kind of like. So for example, if let's say a shop, they were selling something for $100, maybe if you go to the black market, you will get it for $50, because the black market is known for anything cheap. So when it comes to exchange rate, it's always good to try the black market first, or around Westfield as well. You would see people just standing around waiting to exchange your money for you, so they can actually tell that you're a guest. So most of them will actually approach you, oh, would you like to change your money, your dollars into dalasi, or your pounds into dalasi, or your euros into dalasi? So they will approach you, because I've been to Westfield and I've had a lot of people just approaching me to exchange money, and I'm like, no, I'm not interested. So you would have quite a lot of people coming at you to say, oh, would you like me to exchange your money for you? So because everyone wants to exchange the money, so that is an advantage as well for you to say, how much do you actually do it? If they say 64, then you can say, no, do it 65, for example, and then they'll be like, no, 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 I can't do it for that. Then try maybe 65.50 or 64.50 or 64.75 or something like that. They will end up doing it. So it's always good basically not to go to a bank, because the bank will basically have a fixed rate, or if you go to like Western Union as well. So, but it's always good like black market, or the people that are basically normally around Westfield just waiting to exchange money for you, because there isn't like a regulation for exchange rates in the Gambia. So that's why everyone just take the advantage, and which basically means that both ways get profit out of it at the end of the day. So it's a good tip that you guys should know when you're going to the Gambia, to know that you can actually exchange your money once you're in the Gambia. You don't have to do it before you go, because you make more being in the Gambia than doing the exchange, because you will actually lose out. So I just thought that is a really good point for me to actually share with you guys. So taxes, a lot of people have been asking, oh, how do you move around? Well, there's donkey rides if you want that. But if not, if you actually want a taxi, there are taxis. We also have like vans, which is also another public transport. But I'll show you guys once I'm in the Gambia what I mean by van, the different public transport. So it's like minibuses basically. Yeah, that's what it is, minibuses, but it's a bit different. So I'll show you guys, people that haven't seen it before. So we've got taxis in the Gambia, but we have two different types of taxis. So the first one, the main one actually, that you get to see all the time, everywhere, anywhere, is the yellow and green taxis. So this one is basically for the locals. It's for everyone, but I like to say it's for the locals, because these taxis are very cheap, very affordable, so anyone can afford them. And that's actually town trip if you want to take, like, if you want to rent the taxi for that whole duration of your journey and not sharing it with anyone else, then you pay like a little bit more. But if it's just like you wanting to share the taxi with other people, then it's way cheaper. You might be looking at maybe paying less than even 50p. So that's how cheap it is. So it's really, really good. However, if you're not into the low cost, if you want to live that beautiful luxury life while you're in the Gambia, you know, show everyone that you're a tourist, you know, you got it all, you've got the money, you know, you're here to spend, you're here to support, why not? Share the love, and the taxi drivers will absolutely love it. So for people that want to share the love, share the money, and just spend money, well, I guess the tourist taxis are for you. So tourist taxis, the green ones, so these ones right there. So these taxis are mainly, well, they're only for tourists. So these taxis, they only basically take tourists. So you normally find them within the Senegambia Strip, outside hotels, restaurants, bars, like anywhere that you know tourists will be around there. That's where you'll find tourist taxis. And they are so expensive, so expensive. But if you're in the Gambia and you have the money, it's not going to be expensive for you, so you can afford it, I guess. But if you want to go low cost like me, when I'm in the Gambia, I take the yellow and green taxis because that's what I can afford. Then I go for that. And I'm not a tourist as well, so I don't go for the tourist taxis. So that's something that you need to know of. So if you mistakenly take a green taxi, just know that that's a tourist taxi. Because what might happen is that you might get into a yellow and green and not notice that you've actually got onto a yellow and green taxi. And then the next minute you also got into a green taxi, and then the prices are different, and you're thinking, is this a rip-off? Actually, it's not a rip-off because you've got into a tourist taxi. That's what it is. The other one is the craft market. Oh my God. So we have different craft markets in the Gambia. So it actually depends which one you want to go to. So I will do a specific video just listing the different markets that we have in the Gambia and their locations and everything. But all I want to let you guys know in regards to the tourist markets, the markets are fantastic. They've got beautiful colors, vibrant colors, beautiful art, like wooden art, things that you could only see in Africa. Things that when you actually purchase and take them back home, like in the Western, anyone that goes in your house will basically be like, wow, that's beautiful. It's a place that you can buy souvenirs, you know, gifts, anything that you want anything that you want to basically take along with you once your holiday is over. The craft market is the best place for it. Beautiful Gambian clothes, African clothes, very colorful. If you're looking for colors, God, look no further but go to the craft market. You'll find it all there. You know, the waist beads, you know, the jewelries, everything that you basically could think of that you basically need, which is very Africanist, then go to the craft market. And the only thing that I would actually say to you when you're actually in the craft market, you have to be firm sometimes, because the reason why I'm saying this is because they know that you're a guest. The craft market is mainly for tourists. And if you actually go there, they know, oh, that's the tourist that we've been waiting for. So they will always charge you with a first price, which is the high price. So you can say yes if you can afford it and you want to basically pay that price, go for it. But if you think, okay, this price is, let's say, a little bit too much, you can always go down with them. But I will advise you, it's always good to have a Gambian friend to go along with you, because they can negotiate and talk to the seller so that they can basically reduce the price. Or you can point at something that you like and your Gambian friend will go and ask how much this is, and then talk about the price and everything till they agree to a fair price. So that's something that you need to watch out for, because as tourists, they will always want to charge you more, because there's no regulation in regards to price, as there's no set price. And the other thing is at the airport, when you've checked in and you've actually gone to the airside, you have the lounge where you can just sit and just wait for your flight to basically board your flight. Or you can actually go outside. There's a balcony that you can actually sit outside, enjoy the breeze. A lot of people love the tan, the fact that they can actually get their last tan, so they would like to actually sit outside and just enjoy the breeze. And also there are bars and restaurants just to eat and drink and just enjoy the view, planes landing, taking off and things like that. So it's also crowded as well, so it's entirely up to you. And there's also upstairs, so the first floor as well, it's also available, but there it's a bit less crowded because a lot of people like to be outside rather than be basically stuck inside. So upstairs as well in the airport, once you've actually checked in, you've went through in the airside, you can actually go upstairs. There are bars and restaurants as well, so nice and quiet. You can just sit and eat while you basically wait for your flights as well, so you can do that as well. So I know a lot of us, when we go to Gambia, we actually want to enjoy the wildlife, go to Kachikali, the crocodile pool, go to different places, see the monkeys and all that. There are actually tour guides in the Gambia, but it actually depends whether you actually traveled with a tour operator or it's just your ticket that you booked, and everything is basically booked separately. It's entirely up to you, but you can always find tour guides in the Gambia to basically show you around and stuff like that. But always make sure that you know which one that you're going with, because not all of them are genuine. So that's something that I'll always advise you to make sure that you know the tourist guide that you actually want to go with, because it's very important that you actually enjoy your trip to Gambia. So it's always good, everything is planned ahead, you've done enough research to know everything that you are about to embark on in the Gambia. Another thing is be firm, but don't be rude. So what I mean by this is that not only bumpsters, because I've mentioned this on some of my videos about how bumpsters will hustle and bustle you and stuff like that. Sometimes they won't even be bumsters, but Gambians are very friendly, and we all know this. And sometimes it's just them knowing that, oh, this person is actually a guest in the country. People will approach you and just want to talk to you as normal, want to basically get into a conversation, to get to know you, want to be friends with you straight away, because they know that you're a guest in the country and they just want to show you around and stuff like that, and being extremely friendly. Some would just want to beg or whatever, but this doesn't mean that you basically have to stand there and just listen to them, because sometimes you may not be in the mood, or you just want to go and you're not interested. So the best thing is say no, but in a very nice way. Just decline their offers. Some would just want to have a proper conversation, just a normal conversation, but they might be a bit too personal. So they might ask you like personal questions like, are you married? What's your name? How old are you? Like, some people will find that okay to just ask those questions, while me, I wouldn't find it okay if someone is about to, like, someone that just met me is asking me, do I have a boyfriend? Am I married? What's my name? How old I am? You know, stuff like that. It's like, or where do you live? Or which hotel? So sometimes you have people asking you like random questions like that, which can be very weird. You're not obliged to basically answer to any of those questions. Just tone them down nicely and just walk away. Because if you're being like stuck up and trying to be rude, it might get very nasty. So which we don't want that, right? And the other thing is the kids, they're beautiful, 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 beautiful. So guys, please, when you're going to Gambia, it would be really nice for you to have some sweets with you. Like, just buy a bag of sweets. It costs you nothing, right? Pens, pencils, you know, erasers, like just little things that kids would really like, mini toys and stuff like that. These things cost you nothing and will bring smile to others. You know, it's just beautiful. So while you're in the Gambia, you will see quite a lot of kids selling. So kids at the age of 10 upwards, basically selling bananas, mangoes, like fruits, vegetable, nuts, just name it. So some of these kids, when they see tourists, they can tell. So what you would then get to realize is that kids will come after you. They would then call you Tubab. Tubab means white, white. So which means white man or white woman or white person. But Tubab basically means white, a white person. And the thing is, don't be shocked, yeah, if a kid in the Gambia calls a black person Tubab. So I have experienced that, where kids will actually come to me and call me Tubab, and I'm like, I'm not Tubab, I am black, you know. But you get that because you're from the Western, they didn't class you as a white person even though you're black. So you would get that a lot. If you hear Tubab, even though you're African, just know because you're from, you know, America or one of these European countries, that's why they're calling you Tubab. And what they will actually then expect from you is either give them money, sweets, you know, stationaries and stuff like that. So because they get really excited, you're not obliged to do any of that, but it just brings smile on their faces. They get so excited with just that little thing that you've given them, chocolate, whatever it may be. So it would be really, really, really nice, and you would enjoy it as well. Some would actually be chasing your car as well, whether it's a truck that you've got or whatever. But if they know that there are tourists in that car, they will come after it just for fun. So you will see them running after that car, chasing that car. But it's absolutely beautiful to see. But the minute you give them the sweets and stuff like that, they will just stop chasing the car. So anytime you see kids chasing your car in the Gambia for the first time, don't be like, why are these kids attacking me? Because they got so excited and they're expecting you to actually throw sweets at them, or throwing sweets or throwing food or stationaries. I don't like that. I know a lot of tourists actually do that, but it's not nice. Just stop the car and just give it to them, but don't just chuck it at them. People do that. I don't like that. And if I see anyone does that in the Gambia while I'm there, I will actually tell you off, because they're human beings. So I don't like the fact that people do that. So just stop the car and just give it to them. What's the big deal? And last but not least is tips. So in Gambia, because people are so happy. They welcome guests so much. They just love people. So most of the time, people will just want to help. Just like I've mentioned regarding be firm, but don't be rude. So because people might just want to help you, maybe show you the way, or want to get into a conversation to know how they can help you, how they can be of help, how they can be a friend, you know, because at the end of the day, you're a guest and they just want to help. So if, let's say, one actually end up helping you, they're expecting something in return. So it's always nice to give them a tip, you know. It can be anything. Either you want to take them for a meal, or want to take them for a drink, want to give them some money, you've got maybe souvenir that you want to give to them. Anything just to appreciate the little help that they have. It will go a long way, and you guys might end up being best of friends forever, or even families. So that was it really that I had for you guys today. So I just thought to do this quick video and just tell you guys and just give you guys some tips for when you're going to the Gambia, in regards to exchange rates, taxes, the tourist craft market, the airport, tour guides, and also don't be rude when you actually get approached by people, and also kids that basically want sweets or stationaries and tips. So I hope this video was really interesting, and I hope you learned something from it. And if you're new to my channel, please do me that favor and press that subscribe button. See you in my next video, and also see you in the comment section. Goodbye, guys.